When you can look at something from a way off, you can often get a clearer picture of what is going on and can have a clear idea of what will happen next. That's what we do
Yeah.
on the outside looking in,
Mm.
and we can analyze what governments and people are doing and not being caught up in the local crossfire, so to speak. We keep a level head
Yeah.
and trust we're fine on what we see.
Yes. Yeah.
Uh, So we all know that illegal immigration is a common problem amongst all European countries, some of which have changed their whole way of life in their cities. Just
Mm.
ask Denmark and Sweden, or
Right.
Germany, which is
Yeah.
now feeling the pinch because of the phenomenon.
Right. Yeah.
Now, from a distance, we can watch the different governments tackle the same problem in their own particular way. So, the likes of Hungary, they have all but closed its borders. Germany is talking about doing the same. Sweden has almost given up and has laid down waiting for a tummy rub. They're just letting the immigrants take over, rule the roost.
Yeah.
The UK, well, I'm not going to dwell on the UK
No.
as we've dedicated several podcasts to the subject
Yeah.
in in Great Britain. This time I want to look at the bizarre answer the government of Spain has given to resolve the problem. The Spanish Prime Minister, Pedro Sanchez, thinks he has solved this conundrum, ridding the country of some 500,000 illegal immigrants by giving them amnesty. Voila. There, no more problem. Right? Of course, it never is as simple as that because we are talking government here. But the amnesty comes in the shape of a 1 year residency and work permit given to people who can prove they've been in Spain for at least 5 months
Yeah.
and are of good character. So they don't have a
Yeah. Yeah. And
correct record.
okay.
Of course, the opposition party is against the idea, claiming that Sanchez hates Spanish people and is wanting to replace them. It's the old great replacement theory,
Yeah.
sort of.
Yeah.
Also accused him of buying votes by offering citizenships as well, despite them not knowing the Spanish language nor culture.
Mm.
That's the illegals, of course.
Yeah.
I wonder who they could be.
Mm. Well, yes. Okay.
Oh, the question must be, what will Spain's next step be? At the end of these year-long amnesties, what happens next?
Whoa.
Did Sanchez just say they were for 12 months to give the Spanish natives time to get accustomed to having these people around legally, and then the government extend their stay?
Yeah.
Or, as the opposition party pointed out, get 500,000 votes by offering the newcomers full citizenship?
Mm.
How would they stand if they had babies in Spain? Also, these people started to have babies everywhere.
But they probably are anyway. Right.
Well,
Okay.
that's Spain's answer to
Yeah.
that.
Well, you've got to remember along the Iberian Peninsula, including Spain, just trying to remember the year, there was a battle that actually decided whether Europe would be Islamic or Christian. Yeah. And I can't remember the actual name of it, the battle of it. And Spain is a very Catholic country. Yeah. I do will segregate Christian and Catholic. Yeah, they're the same thing, but yeah. Um, as to this, I mean, okay. Part of it is, yeah, the acceptance of the indigenous population. Okay, and what's an indigenous population? Anyone who's been in Spain has centuries old families in Spain. Given that Spain has always been a mixture. Um, it's had the Moors there, who were Islamic, and everyone, yeah, and yeah, been invaded by other people and had fights with other people as well. That's European history. Um, Now, looking at the current thing across Europe, I you mentioned the Great Replacement theory. Um,
I only mentioned that the opposition party
yeah,
of the
claiming it. Yeah, yeah.
current Spanish government
Yeah.
mentioned the Great Replacement theory.
I'm going to say this. There's all these theories about this group is in overall charge and that group is in all over charge and this group is in on overall charge. Yeah. Um, my view of that is, I think the actual reality of all these conspiracies, whilst they're true in some people's mind, even those that are trying to implement them, the actual overall theory I have, it's even more frightening. Nobody's in charge. Yeah, nobody is actually calling the shots on this. Okay, you seem to across Europe got some years ago, 20 years ago, they made a say, oh, we're going to allow immigration from certain areas of the world that may be a problem.
That that would that was Angela Merkel in Germany.
Yeah, yeah.
That wasn't across the whole of Europe. That was
Well, yeah,
Angela Merkel in Germany said our doors are open, welcome.
yeah. Well, okay. And other
Even
countries,
she's admitted that that was a mistake.
yeah. Well, thank you for that. The horse has bolted, but yeah, is it time to, yeah, the doors, yeah, close the stable door now. Well, I'm going to say this. Um, it could be a very dangerous path that the Spanish government are going down. Given that the Spanish population are not very happy about this. That's not to say they hate all foreign people. That's far from it. But they will do. They don't want their cultural identity, and that's what it's all about. I know people say, what's the definition of a Spanish person? What's the definition of a okay, I can say a British person? What's the definition of a French person? Okay, we can all scratch our heads. It's this, it's that, it's this. But we know ourselves in our spirit what it is. And I'm going to put it bluntly, it's certainly not Islamic Caliphate is a European's ideal state of affairs. And
When you ask somebody what
yeah,
is a typical English person
yeah,
or what is a typical French person,
yeah,
they would all go to the traditional stereotypes,
yes, of course, yeah,
right? So it isn't true to the reality of today.
exactly. That's the point I'm making. Yeah,
There
yeah,
won't be any caliphates.
yeah.
I think we're not that far off.
Well, when you
Just look at
consider,
Birmingham. Just look at Birmingham. A terrorist who served time in prison for being a terrorist, who thinks that that all the infidels should be killed, is
well, this,
standing for an MP.
yeah, well, I mean, to me, that's terrorism, and he should be arrested and
Well,
duly
he's
processed.
already been arrested and served his time.
Yeah, but but if, yeah, okay, he said it in the past.
He should have
Uh,
been. He should be banned from standing. That's all. That's how you resolve the problem.
well, well, I, I don't know the rules of the game. That's how I felt. Or as far as probably the British legal system is, yeah, we don't want to dwell on the UK. He's probably done his sentence. He's cleared. I don't know. I mean, if we start, yeah, he's probably cleared his sentence, and like you say, he's now eligible to stand. The minute he reverts back to type, yes, he should be, or goes back to his original way of thinking. He says, "I've got that all wrong. I shouldn't have relented." Then he should be arrested and duly processed. But yeah,
Plots and leopards all of a sudden come to mind.
yeah, okay.
Well,
Well,
no, let's look at Spain. Let's look at Spain. Let's not
yeah, I was
bother.
going to say I don't want to dwell on the UK like you say. Spain. Okay, I know people in Spain. I'm not going to list them here, obviously, and they are not very happy at the government, the way the government is doing business there. Um, I mean, Spain's a bigger country, but it's I mean, yeah, people are going to get citizenships with very strong caveats. One would hope. Yeah, prove you're an asset to the Spanish society. you're allowed to have your religion if it's in the context of being within a Spanish community. And if you're a hard-working Muslim person, yeah, let's be honest about it. This is the main issues that people have. Then, hey, great. Yeah, you're contributing. You set up a business. You're employing people. People are happy working for you. You're contributing to the taxes to the government. And yeah, you're a part. You're part of life. People have warmed to you. The indigenous population have warmed to you. You're not causing any problems. You're not going around trying to force people to become a certain religion. Okay, yeah, you might talk about it. There's a big difference between talking about it, and yeah, that you are an asset. Okay, that's a caveat. Now anyone with a bit of sense will probably lay low, be a good person for an amount of time. As soon as they get that, bang. I mean, there would hopefully be the thing you can have that withdrawn from you at any time. It's like us living here. We're here on the Brazilian government's sufferance, as it were. Yeah. If we did something that was serious, we get marched. Yeah. They would be escorted to an airplane, put on the cabin class, or not cabin class, put on the plane, probably with a gentleman from the federal police bar side, and drop somewhere in Europe. Might even be lucky if we actually got as far as the UK. Yeah, and so, but yeah, this is it. So you abide by the rules. Now they might play by the rules. I know they say human history is full of instances where civilizations got replaced, or I mean, this is the big thing that's come out in America this year about stolen land, etc. Yeah, and somebody said to me, "Well, why are you Europeans moaning? Yeah, you've done it to other countries." The fact is, these people are arriving illegally. They're breaking the law the minute they pass the border without claiming either asylum at the border. Yeah.
We know that. We know this. We know this. I'm just wondering what Spain is going to do in a year's time.
Well, this is what I'm trying to look at. I mean, they've already broken the law.
500,000 people all of a sudden being allowed to stay legally.
Well,
you have the questions of social services and housing and.
Well, this is the point I'm making. If they're contributing to society, not taking from it.
Well, they are. They're taking from it straight away.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Healthcare, schools.
Yeah.
Emergency services, housing.
Well, if they're legal, you can employ them in a restaurant, for example, or they do something else, work on a building site, construction site. Yeah.
If they were already there. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's we've now got a problem across Europe of people who have arrived illegally. How do you deal with that now? And that's the point I'm trying to make. How do you deal with it? Spain are trying an experiment.
That's right. And what I'm trying to get down, what I'm trying to get to, sir, is what is in Mr. Sanchez's mind.
You're assuming he's got
500,000 people all of a sudden to become legal for a year. What does he think he's going to do in a year's time?
Well, he probably hasn't got that far ahead. Unless there is, like you said, some long-reaching replacement theory. You'd have to ask, probably going up. Actually, I mean, okay, we read things on the internet, and Mr. Angry, Mr. Angry from Milan. No, Mr. Angry from Barcelona says this. Yeah. Okay. Angry people post online. What do the people on the streets make of it? I mean, your average. I mean, the other question is, and it is a big question, legal or not, do women feel safe walking down the street?
Well, I don't believe that you know that these non-respecting type
Yeah,
people that came to the UK, that went to
yeah.
Sweden, went to Germany, went to Austria, went to
Everyone knew that
Denmark,
in Spain. Yeah,
uh, forgot about Spain. I'm sure that there are women in Spain. It's just that we haven't heard about them.
mm,
But the surprising thing is that this subject,
yeah,
I've read in three different, as is
yeah,
my one, three
yeah,
different, and it mentioned in one of the sources, it mentioned that the opposition is, is against the idea,
yeah.
but nobody in none of my sources have asked what is going to happen in a year's time
Well,
when
yes, yeah.
all of these licenses run out.
Well, have they been a good boy?
It doesn't
Um,
matter because I mean, if the licenses
okay.
run out,
Mm.
it makes them illegal again.
Yeah, but this is it. I mean, do we have an dare I say it, an ICE type scenario where they get rounded up, whether they want to or not, in arm locks, etc., in cuffs and duly processed and put on a plane somewhere?
I don't know.
But
I just think that in a year's time, Spain is going to find itself in a very sticky situation where
well,
it's going to have at least 500,000 people nowhere to go.
I mean, it does strike me the can is being kicked down the road all the time, but
Oh,
and it's. I mean, I'm trying to sit in the middle, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe people should be given the opportunity. Um, yeah, going to put my liberal hat on here. Given the
yeah.
opportunity
You're
to,
turning into that frog that's in a pan of water.
yeah,
You put the heat underneath, and you're saying, "Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right."
it's not a problem. Yeah, I'll get used to it. I'll get used to this. Yeah,
And then
yeah,
when the water starts bubbling, that's when you start to wonder.
yeah, yeah,
You don't even realize that it's bubbling.
yeah. I mean, okay. In answer to your question, yes, I did see a headline, and I thought, well, it's a bit strange. Um, to me, yes, it's taken the problem away. Government should be representing their populations, not representing other world populations. Yeah, and unfortunately, a lot of the administrations across Europe don't seem to be taking what their own populations feel feel into account. And I can't say what's going to happen in a year's time. Hopefully, there's a plan
I
somewhere.
don't. Well, honestly, I don't think Mr. Sanchez does either.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He hasn't got beyond the end of next week.